Tell you what, I think I've just found the best laser engraving and cutting machine for any beginner that's on a very strict budget. Tell you what, the projects I've managed to do with it absolutely surprised me. Today we're going to be checking out the Atomstack Swift with 12 watts of power on board, and I have to say I'm absolutely super surprised at how well this tiny machine actually performed, and especially when you consider the absolutely tiny price tag that this machine has. But I'll tell you that later in the video. First of all, I want to show you how quick and simple it is to actually put this machine together, start using it and creating these absolutely gorgeous Christmas projects. As you can see, the box is absolutely tiny, and that's everything that's included in the box. As you can see, there's only few pieces to put together. Tell you what, this is the most compact and user-friendly machine I have ever worked with. Right from unboxing to actually full assembly, it's not going to take you more than 10 minutes. Now, despite the small size of the machine, it does have a work area of 300 by 300 millimeters. So it's absolutely perfect for home environment, studio, garage, or even a market booth. In my case, I do have a 12 watt module, but you can get also a 7 watt module. However, I would definitely strongly suggest you get the more powerful one. It will be faster, deeper engraving, and it just gives you a bit more flexibility when it comes to project making. And the maximum engraving speed for this machine is 10,000 millimeters per minute. So for a very compact and really cheap tool, this is actually very good. You can also get as an optional accessory an infrared laser for this frame. That module will allow you to engrave metals, leather and plastics. And most importantly, this laser will be compatible with LightBurn software, which I'm going to be using today, but also you can use the Atomstack app that's available for Windows, Mac, Android and iOS. As you can see, we are in LightBurn. That's the software I'm going to be using, and we need to add our device. Now, from the website itself, from Atomstack, you can download the presets for our Swift machine. So simply press the import button and then just select the file that you've downloaded from Atomstack. Press open and the machine has been added. When you go right to the bottom here, we've got our Swift just over here. We're going to make it default. That's going to be our machine and press OK. Basically, we're ready to go. And as you can see, putting the machine together, installing it in the software itself, it's an absolute breeze, and every beginner will be able to tackle that with no issues. Now, before you actually start your projects, what I do recommend is to sort out some sort of a base. Okay, at least have a metal base. Preferably get the honeycomb base as well. So the honeycomb base is good when you want to actually cut things out, as it will enable the fumes to easily get out and the burn marks on the underneath won't be as bad. If you just want to engrave, a metal plate will be absolutely fine. And of course you can buy these as an extra accessory on Atomstack website with other accessories as well, like a rotary tool. And two more safety precautions you actually should take. It is a diode laser, so it could be potentially harmful to your eyes. Now, you do have a protective plate on the module itself. However, you should not be looking straight at the laser as it operates, and you can get those protective glasses as well. Second thing is fumes. Okay, get some sort of an inline extractor like I do, or just use the machine in a well ventilated room. If you're unsure what settings to use for your projects, for the materials you want to tackle with this laser, well, Atomstack again does have you covered, and you can download a full list of different types of materials and what settings to use with this machine. If you don't want to do that, you can just run some simple tests. So we're gonna do an engraving test and a cutting test as well on 3mm plywood. If you want those files, I'm gonna link them down below in the description of this video. Before we're gonna start running the tests or actually doing anything, each time you change the thickness of your material, you need to set up the focal length for this laser module. And to do that is very simple. You do have this knob just over here, turn it like so, and unlock this lever, drop the module so it touches the material. When it does, lock the lever up, retract the foot, and the focal length is set up. Again, absolutely perfect for any beginner trying to work out with this machine. Super simple. Okay, both of the tests are now done, so let's have a look at the results. First of all, engraving. Check that out. 100% power, 2000 millimeters per minute, really dark and super deep engraving. And well, we are actually aiming at the highest speeds with this machine, 10,000 millimeters per minute at 60% power. That's very good quality as well. Overall, very nice and solid performance. Now, cutting 3mm plywood. Let's have a look. Are these coming out? Oh, look at that. That's came out. And that came out as well. So, that is not bad going. It actually scored at the back. But yeah, 300mm per minute, 90% power. No issues for cutting 3mm plywood. And check this out, okay? We've got some winter mittens that we can hang on our Christmas tree. And I've designed this really nice snowman over here. I've got a Christmas tree, so we're going to be cutting out. We're going to be engraving. I think it's going to look really cool. Now, on the piece of plywood I've got, I didn't manage to fit these pieces on. So I'm going to cut that from another piece. However, this sign here, with my daughter's name, Hannah, will go just over here. But what I want to do is to actually engrave this piece in a piece of leather that I will be able to glue it on. So I'm going to show you a couple of really cool things that you can do here, as that's our back piece, that's the front piece. But we can add some color with paint, but also we can use another material as a backer, which I'm going to show you in a second. So what are the settings here? Well, for cutting, we're going to go with 150 millimeters per minute, 100% power. And for the fill and engraving, we're going to go for 6000 millimeters per minute, 90% power. Look at the engraving. Absolutely super, super cute. Check this out. That's gonna be so cool, and I'm gonna have these for you for free to download as well. I'll tell you the details later on. But now I'm gonna show you a couple of tricks you can spice these up a little bit. And the first thing, let's create that leather patch. So we're gonna engrave my daughter's name, and we're gonna try to cut out the leather patch. In my case, I've got a 1mm artificial leather. For engraving, 10,000 millimeters per minute, 30% power, and for cutting the leather, 700 millimeters per minute, 80% power. And that's it, few seconds, and we managed to engrave leather and cut a patch as well. How cool is that? Now, depending on the power you're going to use and the speed, you may get different results of engraving, but for me this is absolutely perfect. I didn't want to have it very dark. If you wanted to have a little bit darker, then you can of course decrease the speed or increase the power. But look at that, it managed to cut the leather with no issues at all. Beautiful clean cut as well. As another option for background, which I'm going to show you how to use, is actually felt. Okay, I've got this piece of green felt. It's about 1mm in thickness, and I think that's going to be really cool. Make sure to use some tape to tape it down so it doesn't blow away as the machine is operating. And the settings here, I'm using 700mm per minute and 70% power. And there you have it, it's all done. With materials like this, don't use too much power, otherwise, well, they may catch fire. But look at that. Again, beautiful cutout, no burning, no dark edges. Absolutely fantastic performance. Now, to add a bit of color to the bases, you can use normal acrylic paint and just paint them, brush them on. However, in my case, I'm just going to be using some spray paint. It's just quick and easy to do. And as we wait for the paint to dry, I'm going to show you another project. I've got this design of really cool Christmas hats. Again, we're going to be cutting things out. We're going to be engraving the names. I think that's going to look absolutely awesome. And a bit of string through those holes there and in the star. Now, because these are vector files, again, this design will be for free for you to download. You can actually amend the size of it to your liking. And for the settings, cutting and engraving, the same ones as in the first project. And there you go, that's both of the hats, fronts at least. And as you can see, I've got felt installed already. The blue one obviously for my son, and I've got a nice and pink color for my daughter. Same settings as before. Let's cut them out and we'll start putting these projects together. And the way I'm actually putting my projects together is with some CA glue. Now it's up to you what you're going to use. However, from my experience, CA glue seems to be the best and the quickest way of putting the projects together. You don't have to wait long times, and it just combines all the pieces really nicely without any mess at all. And check that out. I think that hat looks absolutely amazing, but when the glue dries, we're going to add some fancy string as well. Now I will just carry on with the remaining pieces in the same way. The felt will stick to it with the CA glue with no issues at all. And the name leather strip, you can use CA on that as well. It will hold just fine. There you go. I think that's really, really cool. And let's add a bit of string so we can actually hang these up on our Christmas trees. And there you have it. I think these look absolutely amazing. So simple to do. And I will have files for you for all of these so you can do your own versions, change the text quite easily with no hassle at all. I think these came out absolutely brilliantly, and as you can see, you can actually add different types of materials to your projects. You just don't have to paint them. You can use colored felt, you can use leather or many other items, and it's only 12 watts, but it managed to cut things out without any issues. And actually it doesn't have any air assist. Despite that, it still managed to produce really nice, more or less clean cuts, so not bad at all. These were designed by myself with a bit of a helpful hand from my AI agent. However, it still does take a bit of time to make sure everything fits correctly and the sizes are fine and so on. But if you're not a very artistic person, and to be fair, I am not, then you can head over to Etsy, where there's absolute thousands of different types of designs that you can purchase for absolute pennies. And in most cases, they will give you a license that, well, you can make those items and sell them if you wanted to. And that's what I actually did for my next project. I bought some files from Etsy, absolutely brilliant files, for a advent calendar with some moving parts, and I think they look very, very good. Check this out. And there you go, that's the design. The top part is for cutouts and the bottom part for engraving. So bit of cutting and engraving ahead of us. And there you have it, all the pieces are now cut out, and look, even those smaller items were cut with no issues at all. Very nice engravement, and there is quite a few pieces here. So now I'm just gonna spray paint some of them, and later on, when the paint actually dries up, we'll put it together. As the paint is drying for our advent calendar is the perfect opportunity to show you one more project I've got prepared for you, and then we'll do a bit of testing when it comes to engraving, so you can actually see what this little and very cheap device is capable of, and I'll tell you the price in a few moments, and I think you will be absolutely shocked. But first of all, have a look at this very cool project and check this out. It's a money gift ornament. You do have a hole right at the top so you can hang it up on the Christmas tree. Special delivery, being good, being naughty, a little bit smaller, and then you can put someone's name. And in this way, I think it's just a bit more fun, a bit more interesting, and definitely will bring few smiles around the Christmas table. So hey, let's engrave this and we'll cut things out as well, so you'll see how everything looks like. And now you can add some funds to your little present, hang it up the tree, and there you go. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, overall, I think it's definitely one of the cutest things you can hang on your tree. Now, out of curiosity, let's just quickly check out the quality of engraving. So I've got my photo loaded here, and what settings we're going to be using. Speed 6000 millimeters per minute, maximum power. The DPI are 298, and I'm using Jarvis. So let's have a look what kind of performance we can expect from this 12-watt laser module. And just check out the engraving quality. It's absolutely amazing. It's superb, simple as that. The quality, the detail on the shirt, on the eyes, absolutely magnificent. And check out our Santa. I think that came out absolutely brilliantly. So for this ring to be actually able to move around, we need to glue in the smaller ring there. We're gonna put that inside, and that's it. Okay, make sure that this ring with the numbers doesn't get any glue on it. Okay, so basically I've added some glue on this and waited a few minutes to for the glue to dry out, so we can put now our ring with the numbers, with the dates. And basically I'm now gonna glue on the top part, which will be holding our ring in place so it doesn't fall out. But at the same time, we need to remember not to put any glue anywhere else apart from the base just over here, and marry everything up together. Make sure that our ring moves freely, and now you can see the numbers, the dates are inside, and every single day closer to Christmas. And the final thing is to glue this onto our base. And the final look at our creation. Tell you what, that looks absolutely amazing, and you can quite easily change the numbers. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant project, and I think my kids will absolutely love this. And there you go, such a small machine with only 12 watts of power on board managed to cope with all the tasks I was throwing at it. Cutting plywood, no issues. Engraving to a very high quality, no problems at all. Tell you what, this is actually a very, very good starting point for any beginner that wants to start the adventure with laser engraving and cutting. And now the best part, the 12-watt version will only cost you €189, where the 7-watt version, that's only €139. And tell you what, looking at how easy it is to actually put it together, start using it, tackling different types of projects, and what capabilities it actually gives you, I think this is the best option for any beginner that wants to start laser engraving and cutting in 2025. But from another perspective, because of the low price, you can buy 2, 3 or 4 and have a laser farm in your workshop, tackling all those orders you're getting from your customers. So not only for beginners, but also for small businesses and side hustles, this will be absolutely fantastic. If you want to start your adventure with lasers, I think this is it. Absolutely brilliant. And also the projects that I've designed, they will be available for you for free as well. If you've got any more questions about this machine, you know where the comment section is. At this point though, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to my Patreons for the ongoing support. And before you go, check out these two cool playlists. Plenty of fantastic videos already there. So click on them and maybe you'll find the next one to watch.